Here's a fact that should ruin the story before it starts. Lionel Messi was medically too small to play professional football. At 11, doctors said his body wasn't producing enough growth hormone to make it as an athlete. His family couldn't afford the treatment. Most versions of this story end right there, in a pharmacy in Rosario, Argentina. Instead, it became the origin story of the greatest player of all time. Here's how it actually happened. Let's start with the core mechanic of what actually makes Messi different, because it's not what you think. It's not speed. Plenty of players are faster. It's not power. He's smaller than most defenders guarding him. What makes Messi different is his center of gravity and his relationship with the ball at close range. He keeps the ball tighter to his feet than almost anyone in history, which means defenders can't get a clean tackle in without fouling him. Small body, low center of gravity, ball glued to his foot. That's the whole mechanism. Everything else is decoration. Now here's the why, the part that explains the medical detail from the hook. Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia, scouted him at 13 and made an unusual bet. They agreed to pay for his growth hormone treatment themselves in exchange for signing him. Legend says the contract was written on a napkin. The documentation is real, even if the napkin details get exaggerated. The point is this: Barcelona didn't sign Messi despite the size problem. They solved the size problem on purpose because they'd already seen what he could do with a ball at his feet. A smart bet. Also, in hindsight, possibly the best transfer decision in football history. That bet escalates fast. Messi debuted for Barcelona's first team at 17. By 21, he was already being compared to Diego Maradona, the standard against which every Argentine player gets measured, whether they like it or not. He won Champions Leagues. He won Ballon d'Ors, the award for the world's best player, by the handful. 8 of them, in fact, more than anyone in the sport's history. But here's the escalation that actually mattered, the one that closes the loop from the hook. For years, Messi won everything with his club and almost nothing with his country. No World Cup, no major international trophy for over a decade. Critics said the club's success didn't count, that greatness has to happen for your country on the biggest stage, or it doesn't fully happen at all. Then came the twist, the detail most casual fans miss. In 2021, at almost 34, an age when most players are winding down, Messi won the Copa America with Argentina, his first senior international trophy. That wasn't the end of the story. It was the setup for it. A year later in Qatar, Argentina reached the World Cup final. Messi scored twice in that final. Argentina won on penalties. He didn't just win the World Cup, he was named the tournament's best player while doing it. Same guy. Same skills he'd had since he was a teenager, gluing the ball to his foot in Rosario. What changed wasn't Messi, it was the argument against him finally running out of road. Which brings us to right now, because this isn't just history. Messi is currently playing at the 2026 World Cup, defending that title with Argentina, well into his late 30s, still doing the thing doctors once said his body couldn't sustain. He's already broken tournament scoring records this summer, and he's doing it for a club, Inter Miami, that most pundits assumed was where legends go to win down quietly. Messi apparently didn't get that memo. The insider fact most fans don't know is this: none of this longevity is an accident either. His body and his game are built on economy of movement. He doesn't sprint the length of a pitch 50 times a match like a winger. He conserves energy, then explodes for the 2 or 3 moments that decide games. Same trick as the growth hormone story, honestly. Work with what you've got. Make it efficient. Let the results speak. So here's the whole idea. Reassembled. Messi shouldn't have made it by medical standard and became the best player alive anyway, because Barcelona bet on his technique before his body caught up. He won everything at club level and got told it didn't count until he stopped losing internationally too. He's still doing it now at an age when the story was supposed to be over because his game was never about doing more than everyone else. It was about needing less to do it. Small guy, low center of gravity, and a ball that never left his foot for 20 years. That's the whole secret. Most fans just never had it explained. The game didn't change. You did. You're welcome. Subscribe if you liked this. It really means a lot.